Hey yo, what is up FPG fam? Further here and welcome back to another Aether Gazer video. Now, we have a lot of information to talk about in today's video. They went ahead and dropped both Kingu and Mardock's skill introductions, so we're going to go over those today. I do hope you enjoy and you get some value from it, but before we do, a massive shout out to the sponsor of the channel, GamerSupps, as always. Now, for this one, it's pretty special. We got a brand new GamerSupp Waifu Cup that is going to be coming out this Friday. It looks fantastic. I think it is one of the best designs that they've come out with to date. So if you want to go ahead and pick that up, you can use the link in the description down below. It is a link to GamerSupps. You click on that and then pick up any type of waifu cup or waifu shirt, especially the brand new ones, and use code Further Beyond Gaming at checkout. Gives you 10% off everything in the store, so that way you save and you don't pay full price, and then you help the channel out so we can do bigger and better things. Thank you guys so much for all the support. I do truly appreciate it, and thank you for GamerSupps for sponsoring the channel. With that being said, we're gonna go ahead and talk about Kingu first, who, once again, I mentioned this in my last video. He looks very cool in terms of his gameplay, very unique with the chainsaw, and the animations are flashy. And I think he's actually pretty decent in terms of a rank modifier. He's going to be coming along Mardock, I believe November 14th, if I'm not mistaken. So his skill 1 assault tactic, they call it a great sword, and then it goes into chainsaw mode. So talking about the great sword, it crushes sideways with the Wasteland Fiend and gains super armor for a short time, dealing physical damage, switches to chainsaw mode upon hitting. Now this is going to be, with the skill introduction, it's a high overview. They don't give any percentages or any in-depth detail. When he comes out, I'll probably do that for a separate video going over the nitty-gritty of the percentages and things of that nature, but we'll just get the high overview for right now. Still in skill 1, by the way, chainsaw mode, stabs the enemy with the Wasteland Fiend, deals physical damage. Hold down on the skill button to attack continuously, spending Divine Grace. So he is going to be a Divine Grace physical damage dealing modifier, and get pressure tank marks, and he gets marks. Okay, dealing additional physical damage, switches back to great sword mode after casting and hitting an enemy. So he gets super armor, he has marks, and he is a physical damage dealing Divine Grace modifier. Interesting. Moving over to skill 2, and he's asterism, which I believe Mardock's asterism as well, which is good because I feel as if we could use some more asterism modifiers, so that's nice. Skill 2, elimination tactic, slashes both horizontally and vertically at the enemy, dealing physical damage, gains a pressure tank mark when the same enemy is hit with both horizontal and vertical slashes, and then hold down to expend Divine Grace, continue slashing at the enemy with horizontal and vertical slashes, dealing additional physical damage, and get pressure tanks for every certain amount of Divine Grace expended. So it seems as if there are multiple ways to go ahead and get the marks, and I think he's one that ramps up the damage. He gets a lot of increased damage percentage within his kit, so that's always nice. Moving over to skill 3, siege tactic, unleashes a series of slashes to deal physical damage, then switches to chainsaw mode upon hitting. Chainsaw mode inserts the Wasteland Fiend into the ground to emanate shockwaves that deal AoE physical damage, and you can hold down the skill button to expend Divine Grace to continue the casting. You're going to gain pressure tank marks and deal additional physical damage for a certain amount of Divine Grace expended, and then switches back to great sword mode after casting and hitting an enemy. So this one is where you go into chainsaw mode just like skill 1, but skill 2 doesn't. And then you can hold this one down, expend the Divine Grace to be able to extend the chainsaw mode for holding it down, doing shockwaves and AoE physical damage. So that's interesting as well. Now his ultimate skill, Final Overclock, overdrives the Wasteland Fiend, dealing physical damage. It's going to inflict armor break on enemies hit. That's always a good thing. Landing a hit triggers the chainsaw overdrive mode and grants the mod with burst threshold stacks equal to the pressure tank marks limit. Interesting. Okay, so he seems like a very kind of like snowbally modifier. Obviously he's going to be up in your face, and the super armor is really nice, so that way it probably provides some ignore interruption, so that way you can keep on slashing and not be, you know, knocked back or anything like that. Once again, his damage is probably going to ramp up percentage wise, and the marks are probably going to increase the damage as well. So really good stuff with Kingu. Once again, he looks like a very fun modifier to use and a very good A rank modifier for the asterism gen zone. So he's going to be a lot of fun to use and play. Now let's go ahead and move over to the man of the hour, Mardock. and he's going to be coming alongside Kingu, or I should say Kingu alongside Mardock, and that's going to be once again on November 14th. Now, skill 1, total firepower, fires 3 consecutive cannon shots at the enemy with Rage Serpent, which is, if I'm not mistaken, his massive gun, dealing physical damage. All members, and he's a physical modifier as well. Okay, and he is of the asterism range, and he's energy. Okay. All members of the team get a boost to skill 1 damage for several seconds upon hitting with each shot. That's actually really beneficial, which also refreshes and extends the duration. So we've already seen some supporting capabilities, not only within Mardock's skill 1, but also Kingu's ultimate with the armor break. So that's going to be a nice pairing to have together, and I know they have the ultimate skill chain. Now, moving on from there, effect stacks up to 3 times when energy is full. Total firepower is replaced with firepower assist. Calls in range bombardment to enemies in front, dealing physical damage. Firepower assist will be automatically cast with the corresponding energy expended when hissing in rage is active and energy is at max. There's a lot going on with that skill 1. Okay, moving on to skill 2, quick response. Use the Rage Serpent to bombard the enemy, dealing physical damage and inflicting stun on all enemies within range. That is a very nice CC right there for skill 2. Then call in a drone in 3 wind mode, or is it ill wind mode? I'm not too sure, to conduct an area bombardment, dealing more physical damage. Skill use also reduces firepower expenditure for several seconds. That's a very nice skill 2. You got CC, and then skill 1, you're getting some supporting capabilities there, so very nice for both of those. And then moving on to skill 3, surround and eliminate. Sounds aggressive. Throw out an implosion grenade that explodes to deal physical damage and pulls the enemy for a short time. I can already see a nice combination here where you go ahead and do skill 3 to CC the enemies by pulling them in, and then you do skill 2 to stun them. That sounds like a nice little synergistic rotation right there, if you will. Then call in drone in Val Wind mode to conduct an area bombardment, dealing more physical damage. Skill cast also increases the firepower gain rate for a few seconds. Nice. Moving over to the ultimate skill, War of the Gods. And jeez, that's once again sounds very aggressive. Calls in several drones in torrent mode to randomly bombard the target area, dealing physical damage and also inflicting armor break on enemies hit. So they have, Mardock has the armor break as well. And then I know the ultimate skill chain is very nice with Kingu. So that is good. The armor break is nice because once again, it's very beneficial for a team comp to be able to do more damage. And then you're boosting your skill 1 damage for the team. You got stun, you have CC. He seems like he's going to be a lot of fun in his own right as well. And he's going to be a pretty cool modifier to use. So I'm definitely going to go ahead and try and grab him. If I do, definitely going to go ahead and do some videos on him, of course. He'll be coming out, I think November 14th is Tuesday. That's usually when the new update drops for new modifiers. Kingu I will try and build up as well. And then after that, we should hopefully have Anubis and then Bastet. That is going to be a very hype patch. Anyways, let me know your guys' thoughts down in the comments below. Let me know if you're excited for these 2 modifiers or if you're skipping. I would love to know that as well. Interested to see what you guys have to say. Once again, thank you so much for all the support. I do truly appreciate it, and I'll see you all in the next one. Remember to stand out, be different, have fun, go further beyond in everything that you do. My name is Cody. You call me further. I'll see you all next one. Bye, guys.